Hey, what's up guys? Today I want to talk about one of the most important things in music, and that is tension and release. Now, we have three ways of tension and release. One is harmonic, the second is melodic, and the third is rhythmic. Now, they're all super important and create the music that we know as music, but also today I want to talk about the harmonic side. So in order to understand how to create tension, how to create that relationship, we first need to understand a little bit about how the chords relate to each other. I have come prepared. Ta-da! Not sure if you can see this. Yes, you can. Alright, so in the key of C major, we have 7 chords. We have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and C major. Now each one of them has a different sound, like you just heard, but also they all relate to each other in a certain way. And the thing that we're going to talk about today, if you can see it, is the dominant, where is this? The 5 chord, the dominant, and the 7th degree, which we call dominant. It's a point of tension. It's a point of tension. Point of tension. G7, leading back to the 1. This is extremely uncomfortable, inconvenient, but we'll make it happen. What is important is that we see the relationship between the 5 and 7 that is leading to the 1. Both of them are dominants, creating tension, and we release it at the 1. Alright. We have chords in the key of C major that each one of them has its own beautiful sound and they relate to each other, and the 5 chord and the 7 chord create more tension, sort of like a glue, like a gravity point that leads us like 5 to the 1. That's the tonic, that's the home bass. So far, so good. Now, what happens if you want to create more tension? Alright. How do we do that? So we're going to use right now a device called secondary dominant. It's not complicated, I promise. What we're going to do is use that idea of 5, the dominant, to the 1, but we're going to do that on different chords in the key. So we're going to target other chords. For example, D minor. I'd like to highlight that chord. How do I do that? I'm going to use the 5 of D minor. Okay, wait. That's bad. Okay, so the question we're trying to figure out is, what is the 5 of D minor? The question we're asking is, how do we get to D minor? The answer, or at least half of the answer, is the 5. We're going to use the dominant, the 5 chord, to get to D minor. What is the 5 of D minor? How do we do that? Well, it's pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D, E, F, G, A. What kind of A? A major or A7. So A7 leads to D. Whoa, it's kind of hard. D minor. And this is basically the key for secondary dominant. Now, this is just the beginning. Wait. Okay, so we have this progression: C major 7, A7, D minor, and G sus. Harmonically, we're talking about 1, 5 of 2, that's the secondary dominant, leading to 2. Again, it's not a modulation, but just a brief hello. And then back to the 5. Now, check it out in time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's okay, but we need to make music with that. So let's try. And this is where things start to get interesting. When we take this idea, this secondary dominant, this concept is like super theoretical, and we start making music because we understand that we can use A7 in the context of C as something that leads us, creates more tension toward that D minor. Cool. Now let's go forward. If you're interested, there's also a PDF with notation and tab on the Patreon for all these progression and also some exercise to further deepen the understanding of secondary dominant. Thank you. The next question we're asking is, how do we get to E minor? Well, the answer is the same in the sense of we're going to use a dominant, the 5 of E minor. What is pen? What is the 5 of E minor? Well, E, F, G, A, B. Then B, whoa, writing backwards. Is this correct? B leads us to E minor. I think my backward writing is kind of better than my regular writing. So B major or B7 leads us there. Let's hear it out. I'll do this progression: C major 7, B7, E minor, and F major 7. Check it out. 3, 4. Cool, but let's add a few more things. So So with guitar and music, of course, you know, taking just this kind of framework of chords is awesome, but then we need to find and kind of bring it to life. And I think that's a really important part in the process of understanding the secondary dominant and making music with it. So like literally write a song, take this progression and make it yours. Try to listen to the sound and memorize the sound of, oh, okay, this is B7, this is the 5 of 3, and this is how it sounds. Do, si, mi, fa. So 1, 5 of 3, 3 and 4. And again, there are of course many other options. I'm just trying to take a 4-chord progression to understand and hear that sound. All right, now I'm here. So the question is, how do we get to F? This is my F, and I don't give an F. Using the dominant, using the 5 of F, that's how we go to F. What is the 5 of F? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. F, G, A, B, C. C. Okay, great. C leads us to F. C is the 5 of F. It's a beautiful F. It's the best F in the universe. Never seen one better. Cool. C or C7, both work. And what is the meaning of C7? Well, you know it. C7 is the 5 of 4, secondary dominant. Let's do this progression. C major 7, C7, F major 7, F minor 6. Love that. So let's add a little bit of things. So the thing is, again, these progressions are being used in a million songs everywhere. Classical music, jazz, rock, pop, whatever, you just name it. So by playing that, by understanding the device, by understanding the relationship and how this sounds, oh my God, 5 of 4 sounds so good and so crisp. We need to memorize that relationship and really understand and feel it. All right, next we have G. We're trying to get to G. This is G, okay? This is G. We agree that this is G. How do we get to G? Well, we're using the 5, the dominant. Again, it's important to understand the process. That's what I feel, at least. Once we understand the process, we can make it and create cool music with it. 5 of G, G, A, B, C, D. All right, so G, this is, I don't know, this is G, okay? This is G. So D or D7 leads to G. Perfect, let's play it. I'm gonna do C major 7 to D7, and then just G sus for 2 bars. So here we go, 3, 4. Nothing crazy, super simple. Just using, instead of the shell chord, I'm using this shape. Again, everything on the Patreon. D7-9, G7 or G sus here to create this tension and resolution. The point that we need to understand is that relationship. C, do, this is the city center. This is our center. This is our home base, tonic, home, and then 5 of 5 with a little 9 there. So tension and then resolved. Next. All right, so now the question that we're asking ourselves is, how do we get to A minor? How do we get there? Again, using the 5, using the dominant. So A, B, C, D, E. This is 5. This is going to A minor. And then we're saying E or E7 leads to A minor. Let's do it. Now, a little bit more interesting. So what's happening here is we're hearing the C as a center, E7 function as a 5 of 6, leading us to the 6th degree A minor, and then F major 7. One time I did a descending kind of thing here, but basically the meaning is 1, 5 of 6, and you were feeling that do, mi, la, fa. We want to feel the degree, we want to emotionally connect. So when we hear this E7, it kind of rings the bells of 5 of 6, 6 and 4. It doesn't matter if it's fancier chord or just bar chord. The idea is that we understand the relationship, we feel it, we breathe it, and then we make cool music. All right, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful and cool, and I'm really curious of what kind of music you're gonna make with it. If you are gonna make something, please drop a comment with the link and I will check it out. See you guys very soon. Peace.